So here we are. Welcome to this is my man cave. This is, I have in my hand what we call the case changer. And you're going to see in a few minutes or a minute or two some video of where we've used this knife out in the field. I went on a trip to the Mobile River Delta with two of my daughters, and we had occasion to use this knife. You know, I'm fortunate enough, I'm blessed that Case has partnered with me. They send me products to test and use to demonstrate for you. I'm not an expert. I'm not a knife maker. I'm not a survivalist. What I am is a regular guy. And you know what? It's good for me. I like to go on the internet or to read something from another regular guy, because that guy that pees in his sock and filters his urine with his toe funk and then squeezes it through a handkerchief and drinks it, I'm never gonna do that. And so when that guy's telling me, you know, all of the things he does on his expeditions, he's not talking to me. I don't know who he's talking to. I don't know who would do that, but it's not me. I'm just a regular guy with 3 kids. I like to take my kids out in the woods. I like to go camping. I like to hunt. I like to fish. We like to kayak. And so from one regular guy to a bunch of other regular guys, here's my take on the case changer. All right, so when you get the changer, you know, when you unpackage it, you're gonna have this nice leather carrying case. Of course, it's got a good, solid, sturdy belt loop, plastic. I don't know that that's plastic. It's actually got another name. I can't remember what it is, but it's a good, strong insert. But here's what makes the knife so cool is that you, inside this case, is you have all these attachments. So you have your drop point, you have your gut hook, and you have your bone saw, and then, of course, you have your regular, that's the same blade as the Case Hunter. That's my favorite knife. But here's how the changer works. So you're in the field. You've encountered something. You need to cut a limb to hang your hammock. You're trying to get some kindling, to get some wet wood burning. You need to slice. You know, whatever. You got to change your blade application. So it's really just this simple. So you press the release. Out comes the blade, just like that. And so let's just say you've killed a rabbit, you want to gut it. Press the release, in goes the gut hook, just like that. And so look, here's the other thing so I've seen these kind of knives before where, you know, it's almost like it feels like a gimmick, like, oh, that's not a real knife because, you know, it's flimsy, it's going to tear up, it's whatever. Let me tell you something. When you hold this knife in your hand, it's as sturdy as any folding knife you've ever carried. All the mechanisms are the same. The only difference is that one little opening right there. That's the only difference. And so I promise you, this knife is as sturdy and as strong as any other folding knife that I have, as sturdy and as strong as any other folding knife that Case makes. But here's the best part about this changer. It's 4 knives in one. And why does that matter to me as a regular guy? Well, because as a regular guy, still am concerned about weight. If I go hiking, if I go on an extended hike or an extended kayak or any other kind of multi-day adventure, well, you know, the saying is an ounce in the morning weighs a pound at night. And so what I have here is 4 knives that weigh essentially the same weight as one. And so that's important to me. Not to mention the versatility, the multiple uses. I just don't know that there's a better outdoor knife application out there right now than this one. Sure, there's some great outdoor knives. There's some great kind of trendy outdoor knives. But as far as old school, American standard, good solid construction, sharp as an axe, this is it. So here we are in the Mobile River Delta. We've come out and we're going to set up camp. You see part of our camp here. And one of my daughters wants to hammock camp. And so we found these 2 great trees. Now, I'm not a tree guy, so I can't tell you what they are, but I do know that this one has some awesome defense mechanisms on it. And I'm gonna put my hand behind it so that you can see the size of those thorns. They are humongous. There's not a doubt in my mind that if you try to climb this tree, you're gonna come down in a lot of pain. You're not gonna like it. So tough jobs call for a tough knife. So I don't know how close the camera will pick up on that, but it's got some really aggressive teeth on it. that'll make pretty short work of a piece of wood. Of course, you don't want to cut down a tree with this, but I suppose if you have to, it might be all right. There we go. Okay. And voila, there it is. And just so we're clear, we're not going to do any harm to this tree. We're not going to skin the bark. We're not going to hurt the tree. We're just going to cut off a few of these thorns. I just want to make a nice clean place for my strap for my hammock to go, okay? So we're just going to start cutting. And I'm going to try to do it without jamming a thorn up in myself. And you see how quick that saw went through that and goes through it like nothing. Like a hot knife through butter. We'll come around this side. I think that's it. All right, so here we are on day 2 of our river trip. We're still carrying the case changer. And this is just such a versatile knife. Let me see if I can get this saw blade out. There we go. See, the saw blade's out. Got to get it lined up just right. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna have some wraps today. We got a little cheese, a little ham, a little bologna, some spinach, and some cucumber. I don't know if this blade's clean or not, but you know what? It'll do. The great thing about this changer, and the reason it's such a great outdoor knife, is because it has such versatility to it. Yesterday I'm sawing down thorns off a massive tree to hang my hammock with it, and today I'm shaving razor thin. I mean, look at how thin that cucumber slice is. I have this saying about it's not just sharp, it's case sharp. Well, you know, case, in my opinion, comes out of the box from the factory sharper than any other knife on the market. So here's your average Joe, your regular guy review of the case changer. And so I would suggest this: if you're in that market for an outdoor knife, don't overlook the traditional. Don't overlook what some might say is old school. Go check out the case changer. Find your local case retailer. Check out that knife. Hold it in your hands. I don't think you'll be disappointed.